Some people think that near-death experiencers aren't really dead. Oh yeah, go talk to someone who has had a near-death experience and woke up in the morgue. Yeah, it's about as dead as you could get.
In fact, 75% of atheists encounter a being that they identify as either Jesus or God. And our understanding of death forever changes. Fear disappears, and we all look forward to going home again one day.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about the scientific medical proof that will show you that when people die, they have no brain activity. And I'll have two medical doctors, one that actually do the research and one that actually experience it, that I'll show you some clips with. So let's start with cold, hard medical facts. When your heart stops, this is what medical science say. And when you clinically died, everything shuts down. So this is the process. After 10 seconds, you lose consciousness. After about 40 seconds, your EEG brainwaves flatline, meaning that your cortex, your thinking, your feeling, your memory even, goes completely dark. After 4 to 6 minutes, your brain cells begin dying irreversibly with no oxygen. Dr. Sam Pornia, who studied near-death in ICU, says once the brain is deprived of blood flow, consciousness should cease immediately. So how do thousands of people, including doctors, come back with crystal clear memories of being outside their bodies during a zero brain activity? So let's go into Dr. Jeffrey Long's research, and I'm going to play a few clips for you, and we're going to look at those clips and then come back and what he actually say about that.
Keeps progressing, and I was honored to have a major research article that I did published by a major peer review article. It's actually archived in the National Library of Medicine, so this is a big deal. And what makes it such a big deal is it's the largest study ever reported of what we call near-death experience after effects. And those are the kind of typical changes that occur following a near-death experience. There's profound, major lifelong changes, and we studied that in a group of over 800 people that had near-death experiences. These are people that have verifiably absent heartbeat for well over an hour. And of course, these people are more likely to have a near-death experience because the severe closeness to permanent irreversible death they're in, and indeed they reported. Just absolutely amazing that people can be down that long, have that severe an event, have CPR going on that long. Yeah, these people were declared dead, obviously. They go to the morgue, it's cold there, and incredibly, and I think it's apt to use the term miraculously, they return to life. And some people think that near-death experiencers aren't really dead. Oh yeah, go talk to someone who has had a near-death experience and woke up in the morgue. Yeah, it's about as dead as you could get. That I actually saw the CT, the CAT scans of Evan Alexander with his bout with meningitis, and I will tell you, even as a seasoned doctor, I got chills. It was horrifying to see all the meninges everywhere on that scan light up with this horrible infection. I know that's brain death. I saw that, and yet amazingly, he recovered. He recovered fully functional. I've hung out and talked with Evan.
But one case stands out for Dr. Long, a fellow doctor who drowned for over 30 minutes and lived to tell exactly what Long's research predicts. So let's look at Dr. Mary Neal's NDE, and I'm going to show a clip where she had a TED talk, and there is a lot of videos out about her dying. So I'm going to play a few clips and we're going to look at that and we're going to discuss that. But let me just quickly tell you what happened to her. In January 14th, 1999, Dr. Mary Neal, she's an orthopedic spine surgeon. She was kayaking in Chile, and a kayak flips, pins her down about 10 feet below the water from a waterfall, and she was strapped upside down under the water for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to play a few clips and then we'll talk about it.
Evening, and thank you for being here. I'm Dr. Mary Neal, and I'm going to talk to you tonight about death, because how you understand death directly determines how you experience life. My own understanding of death changed in 1999 when I died while kayaking in South America. Now, I was in an absolute state of shock because I could not believe that I'd been sent back to my body from a place I will call heaven. And I was taken through a life review that had little to do with judgment and everything to do with understanding and compassion and grace. And I was shown the beauty that came out of every heartbreak, every challenge, and every disappointment of my life. And then I was released to the heavens. My spirit rose up and out of the river, and I was immediately greeted by a group of people or spirits who had known me and loved me as long as I have existed. And even as they took me down this beautiful pathway woven together with fibers of God's love and exploding with color and flowers and the aromas of flowers. And then I was told it wasn't my time, that I had more work to do on earth, and that I'd have to go back to my body. Almost 20 million people in this country alone have had these profoundly transformative experiences. In fact, 75% of atheists encounter a being that they identify as either Jesus or God. And our understanding of death forever changes. Fear disappears, and we all look forward to going home again one day.
So Mary said what Jesus told her is she has to go back. Her work is not done yet. She was sucked back into her body. The pain was excruciating, but there was no brain damage, despite being dead for 30 minutes without any oxygen. So medically, she shouldn't have any experience after that. With God, nothing is impossible. So with 30 minutes dying, and in some cases, I played to you previously, people dying for hours, for days even, waking up in the morgue. They should have permanent brain damage. And in 99% of these cases where people came back, God healed them completely. Even in Mary's case, she walked again, she operated normally again, and then she also wrote a book. Her experiences perfectly match what Dr. Long's research said. Out-of-body experience, verified by Friends Action. She had a life review. 22% of people had life reviews in their NDEs. 74% of people meet Jesus. Christians and non-Christians. I saw Muslims. I saw atheists that met Jesus and got sent back. And about 80% of them that came back feel they are completely changed and they have a mission. So in Dr. Long's research, he had about 5,000 cases that he researched. So let's just go look at to say what the Bible is saying to us about these things. In 2 Corinthians 5 verse 8, it says there, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And let's also look, I'm going to just paraphrase this very quickly, Revelations 1:16. His face shone like a sun. And a lot of these people, like Mary, said his face was like shining when she was face to face with Jesus. It seemed like a sun. Let's look at 2 Corinthians 5 verse 10. We must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ. Let's look at John 14:2. In my Father's house are many rooms. I go to prepare a place for you. Heaven is real. So I just want to finish this video by saying that even medical science say there's a certain amount of time where we will have no brain function, no memory. You're not supposed to come back with any memory. But thousands of people that had these experiences, including neurosurgeons, doctors, say that they have really died and met Jesus. Now some will go to heaven, meet Jesus, or they will go to hell. And there's others that I spoke to in one of my videos where some people experience a fake and a false NDE. They might have died really, but Satan can also deceive them even in the afterlife. Remember, when you die, you'll go through the shadow of valley of death. That is a place where demons and angels exist, where demons can also come to you and tell you lies. A lot of people don't even go to that third heaven or meet Jesus or go specifically to hell. But let me tell you the good news. The good news is that Jesus died for you on the cross 2,000 years ago. He came down as the Son of Man, which is the Son of God, to die for you on the cross. But you know what's amazing is on the third day, he rose up, He was resurrected. He ate with his disciples for 40 days. He wandered on this earth. There was more than 500 witnesses that actually saw him. They wrote about this not just in the Bible, but in historical scriptures and scrolls as well, that Jesus really rose up from the dead. He is the only way, the truth, and the life. You cannot go to heaven by any other way. There's no other means away. He's the only door. He said that in the New Testament. Jesus is the only door to the Father, the only way to eternal life. There's no other God. There's no other prophet. There's nothing else that will take you to heaven one day but to believe in Jesus Christ. I'm concluding this video and hope you enjoyed this. See you in the next one, and please subscribe if you haven't done that. And for those that did subscribe, thank you so much.